papa all across the regions ane ni nyina efa NPP amanyoko no primaries a wo mo ede hyehye so a ewiase no na Dr. Alhaj Muhammadu Bawumia, the former vice president of the land, ena edi nkunim ewo abatu ani mu ha hebe ma o de screen so wa den mia na miwi ni ye ane na no ena NDC fo ni bi kire mu se ade na ekoso no there was a rig somewhere ane abatuo no rigging bi akoso ebi mu kra suggest say e was say President John Dramani Mahama etimi di ne hu rewure mu bie say wakoye president na yetimi hu babia no kre no this is coming from Rashid Tanko wono na aba be ka say na enim say Rashid Tanko nso de wo ye NDC ni mu a computer man kasa and wo chem say election no NPP for like the other delegates ne other contestants no woman hwade no from the angle enti na ye mu poto e de ama Dr. Muhammadu Bawumia no bebusa say ade ye see ye hu say Kennedy this time around wa mekasa because 2024 na ye hu ye no o say 2023 de ye hu say Ken react say ye ria no ne ade but this time around wa congratulate Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia there. Which one is the rigging of elections here? But Rashid Achechema or the research based results ni data aka wa wotem said this is how the elections was smartly rigged ye riemu edema Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia yenko tie ne nsema wode to mountain so
NDC, we're dealing with 300,000. And let me tell you the interesting why they sat at Alisa Hotel here and did this kind of plan to cook the process for Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. Do you know that the current polling stations we have in this country is 40,975? What they use is the 38,000, the old one.
Really?
Yes, they use the 2023 data. That's what they have used to run the election. The data they use, they are polling station executives. Is continuous with polling stations. Do you get that?
Yes.
That's what they do.
Yes.
Like the NDC. So when we are designing our delegates, we design it based on the polling stations.
Yes.
Now the polling stations that they are using currently is a 2023 one, the old one, 38,600. Now in 2024, the Electoral Commission increased the voting center, which is like polling stations.
Yes.
To 40,975.
Yes.
So if they had gone to do a reorganization of the party, they would have factored in these new 2,000 plus polling stations and create polling station executive for those centers.
Okay.
Are you getting it?
Okay.
And the delegates list would have increased. And this number, if this number had increased, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia would have lost the election. This is a smart move of rigging the election. Tell them that let's do this one first before we go for the reorganization.
Interesting.
That's what they did. I told you that the Alisa group, they were smart people. They were smart people. They knew that, look, if we do this bottom up, this our established candidate will lose. Because this performance he got at the national election, it cannot go anywhere. So let's quickly just use the same old data. And send him, at least, if anything at all, if there is a falling, maybe 2% falling or 3% falling, we will still win. And so he fell 4%. It was a masterstroke. So he fell by 4% and still won 56. But if they had gone to do their branches, constituency, regional, and national, with this current data, there was no way he was going to cross anywhere. They would have beaten him hands down. He would have lost this election. It was a smart way of rigging the election. You do it ahead, before even the ballot is cast. And then so we were interested in making sure that we see the figure that was coming. And we did it. So I thank my group, our team, the election directorate, did fantastic job on that aspect. Figures don't lie. You have said you are a banker, Alfred. I know you. So you know figures don't lie.
That is a year Rashid Tanko and not what training say. What you must say that this weekend election na a course no. The reason in tia Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia every year no very simple. One, Ghana, when it comes to primaries near their delegates and a voting, and the number of delegates is attributed to the number of polling stations now NPP for and Omobeka said they are going to do their primaries for the presidential elections first before mobile parliamentary any de kika ho constituency executives for the any ade enti na nka first no we vote from bottom to top but and then omaye top to bottom. Now the top to bottom and ama Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ewini in a sense that you share the number of polling stations it's about 497,000 in this 2026 year you woman. And at 2023, now you were 38,000 polling stations. What you say? And it's 38,000 polling stations, no. And who delegate and a kotu abano. Meanwhile, Senka womo the button of the elections whereby they are voting for their constituency executives, constituency chairman, women organizer, NSRDNA, and ka delegate number no ebedosum. Emma will realize that most of them might not vote for Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, but apparently they will end up voting for the other people they want to vote. But Uncle Banisano, now said that no, not just say, Woma play smart kakra, and Woma Bawumia de ewini because if they had increased friends the number of delegates based on the votings that went on in the constituencies any other day based on the polling stations and Bawumia wouldn't have won the elections. Not just about Bawumia win. It is not a genuine win. According to a Rashid Tanko, Nensema or Canadian say Abano Yede Nyansa Krono and Yede Riemu Ede Ama a Dr. Muhammadu Bawumia. But then you can decide to agree or disagree in the comment section with what Rashid Tanko Ede Eto and Monten so efa the elections are a course so the primaries and they Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia is the flag bearer for the New Patriotic Party. Now what's abatwe yimwa and also for bakwa ni di ede prophet El Bernard ekwahye nkom se yankasa ya de nyina Kennedy Japan and ebe win elections no nanso amem yehu se wabe pacho ni ade but everybody ene na dwenche efa the prophecy efeli ya na se prophecy ambe mu emu yehu se asofo bi no makasa ni ade me ne okasei LPG amanyokuo no wo national organizer ya aseni tano wababe kasa chem se hwe munyina munda mo ho so na mo hu se ade na ye friend church no it is a scam ekono nko an so be sori kwasi ada no pa ate polish a polishing animu na washa atade se wo kwa asori de nka wo de be ko jogging yenko ti nsema wo de etuja.
With all due respect to all Christians, I can sit here and say, per my own opinion and on my own authority, say 99.9% of church today is a scam. Especially the so-called prophetic churches, 99.9% of them are scammers. They are looking, you see, they intimidate us. They abuse the Bible. They abuse the doctrine of Christianity to, as it were, enrich themselves. Now, say people go to sit under such people, and say I crossed the age of 40 near Chile, and some maybe who say church is a scam, right?
Oh, fire.
And
you see, and you turn it to be a scam.
Obia nenu nyankopon na bayo nti na ye na ye mfi ye from back obia wo nyame obia wo angel odi na chi. As I sit here, never again would I go and sit under the feet of anybody to tell me who God is. And said me dware anopa na ma shata de say me kwasoro me be ko jogging.
Hey,
oh yes, it was in my life.
Oh, I think
so church
going too far
has intimidated African people. Church has made us poor. Church has enriched a few.
No, but the fact say, even say for church, you know, as an institution, you wanna say a different from the other maybe institution. May can say different in it. Sense, you know, say BBI or bad not you get it.
Case,
no, but the way I say we see guys, just say almost majority of it, and
I'm telling you, majority of church today. Until I mean, can say 100%. Majority of church today And in the same way, asofofo bi mo anoba, any mannerism defeats the doctrine of Christianity. And I'm saying, say, look at the poor people who go to give because yes, come and sow seed, come and pay this. So I'm telling you, say, obi, osi wo home ho asem, o pese wo charge me ansa na obeka sa asem. Nipa na yesofu kese pa.
Personally, to wo wangasa.
As I sit here right now, the person feels that I should pay a certain amount.
No one can there hinta some one.
Now I'm preventing. Now one, I will not be scammed in this nature. Who software papa?
But you believe so say papa wo.
Why not?
Okay.
Papa wo. What I'm saying is that we have abused the Bible so much to the point say, I sorry konya kono biem. Abeye money. And
me dey masori ya kono. Nti masori prayer palace, masori.
So, I sorry nya no. Abeye so much into money say, who kwana say when you be a macro pa, you don't feel comfortable. Nti masori kono din. And now the issue of miracles say way. And interestingly in the prophetic churches now, will be a member say me na mekona na yebe identify me say sunsun bi di wachi. In any case, one is sunsun di nachi. Almost say omo pam sunsun. The next 2 weeks we mekona do mbesa identify say the same another sunsun di wachi. They are making us they make us become so scared. No be so to make it yourself. Who call crazy who do a year and found car name called class or parky baby. Most people in Accra and in the cities, they are afraid to visit their villages because they have been indoctrinated to a point say, or move fees say or call class of what last I don't know. We don't visit our big to make culture. Oh my miss or the command or the year dear Tiao. Who offers what are the crazy and fine check? You see, it's so bizarre that in the case of Bernard also called counseling, and I'm wondering where would he go for that counseling? And he has also stated, say, he will be absent from preaching for some time. Who joining Yame? And a counseling also our call. Are you going to consult God physically or spiritually, or you are going to a human being for counseling? Look. The disgrace we are bringing upon God, even make up part there were a prayer. I knew say a friend said Bawumia was going to win. I'm not a prophet, but the indicators were clean and clear. Now insistence obey winning. You won't come to me a prophesy say we and see yes Mahama only president da. Akufo-Addo. Only BM da. These same people go around full circle and they are the one going to lay their hands on Mahama. What a word, what a church, what a doctrine. Yankopon says, I know to try and throw rough there. And they serious. Look, you see, God is one. You cannot have one God prophesying in different terms to the same as of or no say or no use not election back. As of predicted different results. So as of please align yourself to the doctrine of your friends Christianity. Na munja de mo yama asore kono enye yakono bimu. You enrich yourself with your family and then you come and tell us say oh what is scared bring yankopon. Na say one first can bring yankopon what dey wa bra boy nko so that. I don't buy into this. I have donated 10,000 MAE, 5,000 MAE, enemy.
Who can from experience?
Yes.
That's why you're so passionate about it.
They will tell you about girls, and yet wait, no more hear the same thing. Who was some catcher will say, "So we will be now confirming who." Sabe, so to say me to about cry. Don't say it. Don't say anything. Because in the Bible, no more quotation who be said. Say Elijah will say Elisha say away on the name house will be asreno. Now these people look, church or God to worship God, it is you. God is in every human being. Bompaye na fatete. Don't go and sit under anybody's feet to teach you or to tell you who God is.
But there are good ones.
I'm not saying that. No. I'm not saying. I was born into a Catholic church, and I'll go back to my Catholic church.
In as much as you've had, bad experiences and all that. Papa.
I haven't said so. Me say 99.9%. And I.
Sumasa percentage. Suma me dodo.
Suma. Do what I say. Especially one man churches now. I'm only correct once.
Oh, DP.
Me can say 99.9. Ebi oho. Oh, so sorry no so.
Fire.
Into 1%, 0.1% naka no is huge. 0.1% naka is huge. It tells you that there are good pastors, there are good churches. And the good churches no, what the Befi Roman Presbyterian or Mokropo Momra no bumu yede. Bakona kakra ni abo asensen. Pentecost so. Good ones are there.
Aba, what's Pentecost? I then.
Do you think Pentecost any omo hare?
Yeah, because yeah, some papa.
And Roman for was a communion who are me and I won't get fit. These things are there. They are good churches. And even the charismatic ones, no one matches. They are very good ones. They are good pastors. In confirm, to say they are doing everything possible to use God's principle to teach people. But it be also the scammers and into politics now they are coughing from sorry and now we want to prophesy and then every election when the election be babati sorry be other prophesy knowing very well say it is only one person who will win but they will prophesy in different terms. And salvation is individualistic. Salvation, one kasa, you are your own salvation. Pray, believe in God. You know, say, I created you in my own image. Until maybe or more years, I know, man. I will not come and sit there. Now I could backfire. Most of the prophecies, just predictions. So. Calculations.
Oh,
different pastors.
According to the national organizer for the LPG party, no, what you say, and come she be Brian for Hano, predictions, Sabi, a boy, I dream calculations near dear, and yet they can't do her. Now, I just say, and ya solid, particularly politicians, you know, when we share moon commands on our baby near banana, tiradin deno. Shall see and dream who be, and yes, sir. De bia se ya ene be ska me mo now yen sorry in same way so a ene ensem ya ehuhu e wo